Committee will come to order. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our last committee, probably, of this 118th Congress. And throughout this Congress, the committee has devoted a lot of time to enacting legislation holding the administration accountable to improve Biden-Harris administration's management of VA. And it is the fundamental duty of this committee to make sure that no matter who is in the White House, the administration that's in charge is properly carrying out the laws to serve veterans in the way that Congress intended. For too long, there's been a disconnect between Congress's intent when making laws and how agencies put laws into practice through regulation and guidance. This has been especially true under this administration, but earlier this year, the Supreme Court ruled that the status quo wasn't cutting it. There is a lot of work that happens behind the scenes to make sure the laws Congress send to the President's desk are well developed. Therefore, there's no excuse for VA blatantly ignoring Congress's will. One example of VA ignoring the will of Congress was VA's decision to transform the character of the VA home loan program through VASP. Especially, the Biden administration changed its interpretation of the law that allows the Secretary to, on a limited basis, to take over mortgages at a low interest rate for a veteran or survivor in need. VA's new interpretation of the status allows VA to take over mortgages for around 60,000 veterans facing foreclosure at an interest rate of 2.5%, well below the current market rate. VA's decision to become a lender for tens of thousands of veterans who are high-risk borrowers at an expense of the taxpayer directly undercuts the intent of Congress in the law that we passed. Remember, members on both sides of the aisle on this committee pushed back on the administration for this move. Despite this, our letters and concerns were ignored. VA did not concern itself with the intent of Congress when the statute was enacted, only with how far they could take the authority now. This is one example of what a few of us, as we saw as overreach by the VA, that directly impacted veterans and taxpayers, all the while undercutting the intent of the law. VA's pattern of interpreting laws not how Congress intended, but in ways more favorable to VA, is unacceptable. The Supreme Court's recent decision in the Looper case will hopefully restore some of the balance to our system of checks and balances. The Looper decision provides an opportunity for Congress to assert its rightful position as the creator of law. To make sure this happens, Congress needs to provide less direction to agencies in the law. Instead, Congress should give agencies concrete direction about its intent. I look forward to the hearing from our witnesses today on how Congress can work to ensure its legislative intent is being effectively communicated and implemented.